Okay, here we're being asked to graph each line by finding the x and y intercepts. So it's not asking us to find the slope and the y-intercept like we did before, the mx plus b. It's asking us to find the x and the y-intercepts. So a reminder that if you want to find, let's take our first line, if we want to find the x-intercept, that's the point where our graph crosses the x-axis. So if it crosses the x-axis, that means we have an x value, but our y value is automatically 0. And if we'd like to find our y-intercept, then in that case, we're looking for the point where the graph crosses the y-axis, so automatically that makes our x value 0. This is the way it works. The y-intercept, any y-intercept is going to be right here on this y-axis. So imagine the x-coordinate. The x-coordinate has to be 0. So to find the answers for this, you simply take, for the x-intercept, the y value is going to be 0, so you make a substitution. X plus 3 times 0 equals 6. 3 times 0 is 0, so basically x equals 6. Your x-intercept is 6, 0. For the y-intercept, we know that our x value is going to be 0. So in the same equation, we're going to plug in a 0 for x, and we have to figure out what our y-intercept will be. That 0 is gone, so it's just 3y equals 6. And divide both sides by 3, and you're going to get that the y-intercept is 2. But you would write it like this, 0, 2. So right there you have enough information. Your x-intercept is 6, 0. So you go to this, x is 6, y is 0, right here. Your y-intercept is the point 0, 2, the x is 0, the y is 2, right there. So you connect those 2 points. My math lab will do this automatically for you, and there's your line. But a reminder, when you want to find the intercepts, the x-intercept and the y-intercept, it's always a matter of replacing one of the values with 0. Some students do it this way. They kind of find an easy way to do this is if they were to, when they're going to find the x-intercept, they completely cover the y. They ignore it because they know that the y value is 0, so that cancels out, so the x is 6. At the same time, when they want to find the y-intercept, they completely cover the x. Whoops, I shouldn't have covered the plus, the x. And they say, okay, the y-intercept, divide both sides by 3, it'll be 2. That's just a quicker way of doing it. Next problem, we got to find the x and the y-intercept. So we'll start with the x-intercept. What I like to do is I like to write x-intercept, and I know the y value is 0. Y-intercept, and I know the x value is 0. Whichever intercept you're looking for, the opposite one has to be 0. So to find the x-intercept, we simply substitute a 0 for y, so it looks like this. 2x minus 0 equals 4. That's just 2x equals 4, so my x-intercept is 2. It's 2, 0. To find the y-intercept, we know that the x value is going to be 0. We need to find the y, so it would be 2 times 0 minus y equals 4. 2 times 0 is 0, so we only have minus y equals 4. Change the signs or divide both sides by a -1 if you'd like, and the y-intercept is -4. So now I'm ready to graph this. My x-intercept is 2, 0 right there. Make sure you write the point like this, 2, 0. The y-intercept is 0, -4. That's right there. And if you want to get more points, you could just do the slope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, just to get a better idea. But my math lab is going to grade you based on your intercepts, and so will I. If I ask you for the intercepts, I need to see these intercepts right here. If I ask you for the intercepts, x-intercept, y-intercept, x-intercept, y-intercept for each line.